College basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Start 2024 off on a high note by loading up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through January 9th is spend $40 and you'll get a free 14-ounce ribeye, limit of 3, and $1.50 off all KC Canning Company products. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. You can get diesel anywhere, but what about atomic diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is a little bit of snow coming down in this Lincoln, Nebraska downtown area.
Somebody tell Bill that it'll stick.
It might
sticking
stick
across the street.
It looks like it's starting to stick.
Yeah, I think Snowmageddon 2024 has began.
Well, so Bill was off the air talking to me, and I said, Bill, I think we're going to get hit pretty hard today. And he goes, oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. It's not going to count. I said, well, what do you mean? And he goes, if it's not on the ground, it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
And I said, so how much do you think we'll get? And he goes, oh, it'll probably snow the entire day, but none of it will stick. None of it will stick.
We'll see.
I said, all right, I hope you're right. I really hope you're right.
Yeah, I'm hoping none of it's, we're talking about 7 inches, maybe 5 to 7, 7 to 9, give or take.
I've seen consistent reports about more than 5, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Half a foot of snow, I'm not a big fan of. So.
Did you get your snowblower out of the?
I did.
Nice.
I got my snowblower.
You're ready to go.
Appreciate my guy John Squire as my neighbor calls.
You'll be out of town.
The show.
Brooke, get out the snowblower.
Yeah, one of the boys will come by.
There you go.
But my tire was flat.
Louis, you got this.
Oh no.
Yeah, the tire was flat on. And it's the left tire on that my blower that always does. It's a big one. It's called an Arians.
Okay.
And that thing, man, it's like it goes big time.
So I was making sure mine would start yesterday. I fired it up yesterday. It was struggling to start, and I go, what's the issue? And I'm looking around. I'm making sure it's all good. We had just filled it up. I was like, man, what's going on? Key wasn't pushed in all the way. I said, all right, started it up, and it fired up right away. I said, all right, we're good to go.
Nyla Boo, what's happening? She goes, literally a snow globe in Seward right now, and it's sticking. So looks like a soup day to me. Man, she got some snow there. It's sticking.
Yep.
And it's coming. Obviously, that's coming this way. But yeah, the tire was down. I appreciate my brother Mark was just driving by when I had it flipped over to the side. Well, I had my air compressor out there, and this thing was not airing up, but it wasn't. The tire wasn't sealed.
Okay.
Because it was so low, and I don't know how to work on stuff like that. My brother Mark's like MacGyver. That dude can fix anything. So he says, take it off, and I'll take it to my garage because this house is just literally a block and a half over, if that. So he goes, I'll come back later. So he got it. Got it fixed, pressurized the tire, the seal. Got it sealed to where, the rim and the tire have to be lined up. When it's that flat, you can't do it because there's no tube in there. Well, anyway, he knows how to do all that stuff. Got it together, brings it back. I got to get gas on my way home, though, for it.
Well,
I'll pick up some gas for it. At least start it up.
I even had I had 3/4 of a tank when I came in today, and I thought, you know what? Just to be safe, we're going to fill it up. I was telling you guys right before we went on the air, gas stations and grocery stores were a mess this weekend. You did not want to get caught in those places.
Mm-hmm.
I drove past like Costco's. I drove past Sam's, both of them this weekend. First of all, so like you guys can picture out on 84th and Highway 2, the Sam's, the line was out past the Dairy Queen.
Oh, wow.
And that place needs more space to begin with.
Wow.
Costco, there wasn't a single pump with fewer than like 5 or 6 cars in each line. So I was like, on my way home today, I was like, well, or not on my way home, on my way to work today at 6:50 or 7 a.m. I thought I'll stop and see if the line's bad at Costco. Not a single car. I thought this works out perfect.
Snowmageddon.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. The thing about I'm supposed to fly out, well, knock on wood.
Yeah.
I fly out of Omaha tomorrow morning at 11:15. And Nick, I was telling Raff, I think I'm going to leave today.
Yeah, that sounds like a better idea.
I think I'm going to leave today because I'd rather be on the safe side instead of, tomorrow morning trying to slip and slide, or, who knows? I'd rather just be up there.
Well, I mean, and you can take your time today.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If
you can leave when there's less traffic.
Absolutely.
If you have to drive 25 miles per hour, then you can, you have time.
Yeah.
You have time to do it. You don't have to drive. You don't have to risk it. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably pack up after the show and get my things and get rolling and get to someplace near the airport.
I want to know how this is possible. Ron says on the Starter Heyman Jewelers text line, I haven't waited in a line at a gas pump since 1975. How's this possible, Ron? Do you just have a pump in your backyard? Semi's got to make a stop at Ron's house. He says I was 8.
Oh, man. I'm going to read through some of these. Husker, good morning. Good morning, AD, Raff, and Nick. How about them Steelers? Husker, we're going to talk more about it, man. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Now there's work to do. Now, this is going to sound crazy. I'm just going to say this. I'm pumped, and I'll talk about it later. I'm just glad where it landed at. I'll put it that way, Husker. I appreciate you, brother. Pork chop. You need to use True Fuel for your snowblower and lawnmower's best gas. Where's True Fuel at? Like, what's that?
I couldn't tell
Pork
you.
chop, what is that? What is True Fuel, man?
Yeah,
Help me out,
you
brother.
let us know.
Help me out.
I guess going off the conversation of you you flying or going up today. When is this supposed to stop? Is it tomorrow
I think it's tomorrow morning.
Never.
I think it's tomorrow morning.
It's just doom and gloom the rest
They
of
were
the
saying
week.
it's tomorrow morning is when it's supposed to ease up, but who knows, man?
Nebraska's going on their 7th day of snow in a row. Hasn't stopped since Monday.
Who knows?
But
unknown texter 4536 supposed to fly to Omaha today at 4. I'm just hoping for the best, man. Me as well, brother.
where are you
Safe
going?
travels to you, man.
Yeah, where are you going?
Safe travels to you. Yes, I do. Gus Mohawk. Good morning. Do you remember the blizzard of 97?
Yep.
Raff, I know you do. Nick, you were 5.
I was -5, -4.
Oh, that's right. You were born in 2020. Yeah,
I
2020.
think it was.
I remember that.
The Kansas football game, I think, was the game. Driving back and got hit that night, I believe.
Dang.
Because it was a Saturday. It was a Saturday.
I think it was a Saturday going into
and a
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was because I remember at the
I think
time
it was Kansas. It was Kansas.
I lived at what was the name of those apartments right by Color? It's by our old studio. I think it was the one on the corner. Lionsgate.
Lionsgate,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was Lionsgate.
Yeah, Lionsgate.
Well,
That's
yeah.
where I used to live at. That's where we both
Really?
lived at. Yeah, but Lionsgate.
Wow.
And I remember just hearing just power cords and trees
Snap,
snap.
snap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just snap.
Was it a decent place back then?
Yeah, it was.
No,
man.
Lionsgate, yeah.
Lionsgate was fairly new at the time.
Good little
too,
spot.
man. Yeah, it was.
I used to rollerblade out on that road right in front of Lionsgate.
Raff, how much time did you spend at Skate Zone when you were an adult?
Oh, never.
Really?
Rollerblade out on the road.
I know,
Yeah.
but you pegged me as a
not
Skate
my-
Zone guy.
Skate zone guy.
The guy that can skate baskets.
Yeah.
You always had those guys. And
Well,
get
it's
on
like
the
they
skate rink.
went on the rhythm of this music. They
I
were
was
like, hey,
kinda-
can you put in my tape, please? And I'll just.
Well,
I'll
one of
skate
my
to the
favorite
rhythm.
movies is Roll Bounce. So I did like a good roller skating movie.
Man, I just don't have the tempo. I could never stop. I always just had to run into a wall and brace myself. That's how I had to stop.
Yeah, I would have some deadly Evil Knievel stops.
Because every Valentine's Day, that would be where our school took the field trip, was to Skate Zone.
And there was always a breakup that happened there.
What was the skating
I was
place
always
that was
nervous
out
to
on
talk to a girl.
Holiday
anyway,
56 and Highway 2?
That was
There used to be one there too. I think it was actually where the fort's at now.
I forget what that one was called.
I don't either. But I remember back in the day, the biggest part of going to the roller skating was they'd be like, okay, everybody, sit down on the rink now. The Michael Jackson Thriller video will be on in 5 minutes. And oh my gosh, it was like that was the captivation of the whole time going roller skating.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there was always kind of those skate flies, kind of like you get a bar fly. There's always those skate flies, the ones that were always there, had their own locker.
Oh yeah,
knew how to skate
Yeah.
backwards,
They brought their own shoes.
Yeah.
They brought It's like the bowlers, but less cool.
Have you ever seen Roll Bounce?
I have not. David, our good buddy, David from Renew, says it was called Holiday.
Yeah, there
Holiday,
you go.
okay,
There you go.
yeah.
Holiday was the
David
place.
probably DJ'd there.
I
right
always
before.
compared myself to Sweetness from Roll Bounce. If you ever get a chance, watch it. That's what I compared myself to on the rink.
David
Sweetness.
probably took a woman there every now and then.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, he was holding hands during the slow
yeah,
speed.
during the slow song. We always played Limbo. I won Limbo a couple of times.
Yeah, never-
That was back in the more agile days of Nick when I weighed
That-
less.
The
too.
limbo. I
Limbo?
never did
You're very
that thing.
very flexible.
I
Very
was
flexible.
flexible back when I was like.
You're gonna
"Look,
need those skills here in a few days.
No, I
Yeah,
won't.
you are.
You gonna
No,
limbo
I
in Cancun?
I am not.
Yeah, you will.
I am not. I am going to parasail though.
There you go.
The
You
decision
gotta
has
do it,
been
man.
made.
We have decided to parasail.
Okay,
So-
y'all. The snow is starting to stick now.
Yep, it is.
You can
yeah.
tell it's starting
Uh-oh.
to stick here at 11th and O here at the mothership. Folks, if you're driving this morning, I know the kids are out of school today. I know they are happy. Parents may not be as much, but be
Yeah.
careful on those roads
It's,
today.
it's crazy. Yeah, UNL even got a snow day. What is this about?
UNL.
UNL. They
They were-
canceled classes today.
They were in class.
Yeah, they were.
No, UNL didn't start class until like the 22nd.
Yeah.
My daughter.
Well,
my daughter.
they posted a photo saying we canceled classes for today.
Maybe for staff, maybe?
Maybe for staff.
Maybe for staff.
Because
yeah.
Naya didn't start back to school until like the 22nd.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, they still got like two almost 3
Or
weeks off
Naya's
still.
got to tell her dad something.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
We're about to find this out real quick here. Hold on. Hold on. We're about to turn off the music, Nick. Okay,
Yeah,
hold
they
on.
don't go to school yet.
In-person classes and academic events are canceled, and all offices are closed on Monday, January 8th.
Yeah.
Well, they started off with in-person classes.
That might be some other early stuff. I
That's
don't know.
wild.
Because I know for a fact.
Oh, maybe you know what? People do go back for like one credit courses.
3-week
They go
course,
from
nothing.
today till
They got
22nd.
to get the
Pre-session.
research in.
So there's a snow day.
Pre-sessions.
There's a snow day.
Pre-sessions.
Snow day.
We were both right. No, I'm just kidding.
Absolutely. Brad from Baldwin. Morning, fellas. Going to be a long day. Yeah, it might be one, Brad. Be safe out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Unknown Texters 2655 says, and our skate. Yes. Remember and our skate?
Oh, yeah.
There's one there as well. Well, folks, we're going to be back. We got a lot of sports to discuss. Men and women basketball both fall over the weekend. Some tough games, but they both better have short memories. Of course, a lot of NFL action. The playoff pictures are set. Want to hear if your team made it or not.
Nope.
And, of course, the national championship team game is being played tonight. One team will be named the best overall. And also, Husker Recruiting landed some big recruits this weekend as well. And you know what? It's snowing. That means there might have been a polar bear sighting somewhere this weekend.
Hello.
We'll talk about that as well, folks. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low-rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Introducing The Outlet by Sartor Heyman. The Outlet brings you luxurious Sartor Heyman quality jewelry at unbeatable prices. Shop our expansive inventory of overstocked merchandise and a vast estate collection that just hasn't found its home yet. This is your chance to own stunning designer jewelry at a fraction of the cost. Elevate your style at The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Downtown at 12th and O or online at sartorheyman.com.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Start 2024 off on a high note by loading up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through January 9th is spend $40 and you'll get a free 14-ounce ribeye, limit of 3, and $1.50 off all KC Canning Company products. Plus, don't forget there are 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: wintry mix and heavy snow. Traveling going to be very difficult. We'll see high around 33. Tonight, snow, wind, and blowing snow expected. We'll see a low around 18. And tomorrow, more snow, wind, and blowing snow continuing throughout the day. We'll see a high around 24. Meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. It's a new year, and Fairway has deals this week like 93% lean ground beef for just $4.99 per pound, USDA choice beef rump roast for $3.99 per pound, buy 2 8-ounce bacon-wrapped turkey broils for $7, or buy 10, get 5 free on all-natural boneless pork ribeye chops. Your new year starts at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. In snowy Lincoln, Nebraska, it's coming down now. We've got snow. We have
snow.
It's coming. It's definitely coming. Don, good morning to you. He says, morning, guys. While watching the feed, I find it interesting the hustle action happening on the other side of the studio behind you. Yeah, there's you know what? And it comes in spurts, to where you might have like maybe a business meeting going on back there or something of that nature. So, yeah, definitely. Yeah. If you're downtown, if you have to be out this morning, you want to warm up, definitely stop in the studio. Come check us out.
Come on down.
The Mill's got breakfast treats, lunch treats, lots of coffee. Obviously, Beatrice Bakery's got a freezer full of goodies as well, so go check it out. But yeah, Coach Bush, I'm telling you, brother, I think I'm going to have to disagree with you, brother. It's sticking.
But remember what he also says, though. He either wants no snow that does not stick, or he wants the whole enchilada.
Everything. Yeah. Everything.
So now, right now, he's probably rooting for like 30 inches of snow.
It's coming.
He's an all or nothing.
We might get a third of the way there.
10 inches.
I'm curious just after the show, by the time we're done here, the next hour and 20 or so, what the accumulation may be. Obviously, in the streets, you can't tell as much, but on the sides, you can definitely tell it's coming down, man.
Now's the day to be on the video stream if you can. Not while you're driving, obviously, but while now's the day to be on the video stream, because you'll be able to see every commercial break. Hey, you know what? That street camera, huge shout out to Allo, or on the Sartor Hamann Jewelers live video stream. You'll be able to see the snow slowly accumulate.
And you can see the strength of Nick Sainert picking guys up.
There you go.
Carrying them around the studio. Guy's a monster.
There you go. OG CJ says it's windy and 14 degrees here in Alliance.
Man.
I don't think it's not that cold here.
Not windy either. That snow's pretty much coming straight down for the most part.
That's the main concern, though. It's just when that temperature does start dropping.
Yep.
Those roads and everything like that, man. That's the main concern. So, folks,
right now, Lincoln Public Schools and all the schools are going, that's why we canceled school.
Yeah, you know what, dude? I'm gonna ask you both this, man. There's always a lot of complaints when they close. Oh, it's not that bad. When I was out there, we do such and such. Some days you're gonna be right, some days you'll be wrong on it. But I'd rather err on the side of caution.
Me too.
Because the thing I think sometimes that gets unnoticed. I'm not saying unnoticed, not unnoticed, but sometimes the thing that gets forgotten. Every kid doesn't have a winter coat.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
A ride
to school. Yeah. So some kids are walking to where, even when I went to Clinton, man, we had no ride to school. We walked.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Clinton was far from our house, but it was a good, 5 blocks away. We thankfully had winter coats, but there was a lot of classmates I went to school with, man. Yeah. They wore that same, jean jacket regardless of what it was like. And it wasn't because they wanted to, So, but nevertheless, like I said, LPS canceled. Omaha canceled actually last night.
Yeah.
Yep, LPS ended up last night too.
Yeah, LPS.
I think like people say that they're like, I just can't. But I'm just like, but then
if they
rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
But if they hey, you calm down over there, Mr. Cancun boy. I don't want to hear about it.
Cancun boy.
You've checked out like 3 days ago. You have.
Do not say that. I have not.
I think it's 72 hours right now. Lincoln's gonna be the last thing
That's
for your
when
mind.
I check out.
No,
He'll be on the airplane. Do you do a show? What show?
You on the radio? Don't know nothing.
What you're talking about? My name is Nathan.
There will be no Dylan Raiola questions.
That way. You're going to get down there, and the first person you see is going to be, oh, you're from Nebraska.
That was a pretty big get in the recruiting class. Yeah, it was.
Who was that Dana Holgerson guy?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, continue your point, though.
Well, no, it's just when they cancel it, people get upset. But then if they wouldn't have canceled it, and later today when it's a complete mess, because this snow's probably going to stick, then everybody's like, oh, I just can't believe they didn't cancel it. So I don't understand it, cancel it.
Fullback Trap says, I'm rooting for the exact amount of snow that will send me home early today and not require me to come in tomorrow.
That's the thinking, I guess.
I hear you,
come on,
Trap.
Yeah.
Gator says here, it was for staff. My wife works for UNL, and they are remote today. Appreciate you, Gator. You be safe out there, man. One more before we get to the news. 8179 on the texter says, in the South, the weatherman says the S word and the whole state shuts down. No groceries to be found and no school, even if we don't see one flake.
Wow.
It's the truth down there.
It is.
Man.
So there's a funny story about that. My friends, Chris and Dana from Alabama, when they first moved to Nebraska, their very first snowfall, they're like, oh, we're getting snow tomorrow. So they went to the store, and they're like, we got to the store, and all the shelves had food and everything on them still. It's like down in Alabama, when they say snow, all the shelves are emptied.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think she said we got like maybe an inch or two of snow, and she called the university switchboard and asked if school was canceled. And the lady on the other end is like, what are you talking about? barely even snowed last night. So. Good moments in Alabamans and Nebraska history.
Oh, how about this? Ron, the guy who hasn't waited in a gas pump line since 75, says, when I was a kid, school would be canceled tomorrow and not today. It was a reactive society, not proactive. That's a good point, Ron. Good point.
Very good point.
Still jealous you haven't waited in a gas line since 75. I mean, we're going on 49. I mean, that's 49 years of not waiting in a gas line.
It's a long time. Yeah. I was 1 year old when he first waited.
I was not.
I think my dad was making me pump the gas at 1 year old.
Get out! I used to enjoy pumping that gas when we were kids.
You know what my favorite thing was? Cleaning the windows.
Yeah, the windows was cool.
Windows were cool. Yeah.
That was
Because
cool.
you saw your dad do it all the time. And it was like,
because I had to work
there's going to be a day.
I had to work hard for that because I remember my dad, like, you can't leave lines.
Yep.
So I had to work
don't
hard.
Leave streaks. Don't leave streaks.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as that mythical like light in the car.
Yeah.
Where you'd be sitting in the back as a kid, you turn on the light above you, and your parents would yell at you from the front seat saying, "Turn off that light! I can't see you."
We're gonna wreck.
And then once you got to 16, you started driving, you turned it on as an experiment. You're like, wait, this doesn't bother me at all.
No,
we're gonna wreck everyone in front of us and behind us.
Okay, now guys, it's just me or those snowflakes getting fluffier.
Yeah, they're a little thicker.
Those are some. Those are some fluffy flakes.
We'll throw on the stream. I mean, look at those are
them snowflakes been in the weight room.
Yeah, those are showing. There you go.
Them flakes been in the weight room.
Those flakes are on steroids, but they're not really on steroids.
Yeah.
Put them in the Hall of Fame.
That was good last night.
Put them in the Hall of Fame.
Oh man. Well, I tell you what, fellas, something that was also pretty strong was Wisconsin shooting on Saturday, man. Husker men go down 88-72 against Wisconsin. There was really, K-State finished with 17, Rank massing up with 16, Bryce Williams 10, and then it was kind of scattered from there on out. Jawan Gary had 8. The next high score was Wiltshire at 6. But, man, I tell you what, Wisconsin, you look at their scores. Tyler Wall, 17. Chucky Hepburn, and Chucky played a heck of a game as a floor general on Saturday. AJ Storr had 10, chipped in 10 points. Then you had John Blackwell and Connor Essendon both chipped in 12 apiece. Wisconsin was just hot, fellas, in my opinion. I mean, Nebraska, I think I was listening to other guys today. They seem somewhat lackadaisical in defense. Maybe a little bit, I thought.
Yeah.
A little bit flat. But, man, when a team is making everything, I think the tuba player came out and hit a three-pointer, man.
It was just deflating, I think, for Nebraska. Like, Wisconsin was making every shot. I kept on telling you, I'm like, if they can get it within 10 points before half, get it within 10. Then they
10 within 10.
Then they'd be down by 16 again. And every time it looked like maybe Nebraska might put something together, they put something to put it.
Let's be honest. Wisconsin did to Nebraska exactly what Nebraska did to Indiana.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Kept them at arm's length every single time.
Bingo.
Every single time Nebraska punched, or Wisconsin was able to punch back. And I think, like, you look at the offensive stats, and there's obviously more to it because Nebraska's now adopted somewhat of a defensive philosophy to an extent. But Nebraska shot the ball well. They shot 49% from the field, I think 46 from beyond the arc. They shot well. However, turnovers were an issue early on. They had 12 turnovers in the entire game. Wisconsin only had 8, as you mentioned. I mean, you had guys, what was it? Connor Essendon, who came off the bench and hit his first 3 threes. So it's like guys like that are going to come in. They're going to get hot early on. It's how do you respond? Nebraska just didn't have an edge on defense, unfortunately. And so,
and you go back to, I mean, it is the Big Ten, and it is tough to win Big Ten games on the road. So Nebraska's just got to file that one away. I mean, you've got tomorrow night, you've got
short memory,
decent sized game coming up tomorrow night. So that's where you got to try and take that game at home.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, let's be honest about the magnitude with tomorrow's game, right? You have played a couple of really good teams, right? And I think Indiana is maybe not in that category as they would usually be. I think Wisconsin's probably a little better than maybe we thought coming into the season. Then the other top 10 team that you played was Creighton. And how have you played against those two teams? Not great. It hasn't been a complete basketball game. Now, Michigan State, that victory over Michigan State is going to continue to do wonders for Nebraska going forward.
Totally.
But Michigan State, by the way, lost by double digits to Northwestern yesterday. But let's think about it this way, though. Like, you haven't shown the ability, right? Pass the next test. You haven't shown the ability to just compete with a really, really talented basketball team yet, right? No, Creighton comes in, you get blown out on your home floor. You go on the road to Wisconsin, you can't play a complete game, and you lose by, 16. Show that even if you don't win tomorrow night, show that you can keep it within 6 points. Show that at the under 4-minute media timeout in the second half, you are sitting there with a chance to win the game.
An opportunity. Yep.
Well, you look at this men's schedule too. I mean, Nick, you were talking about, and Raff, that game against Michigan State will hold big, which it will. But you're looking at their schedule. Eventually, you have to start winning more games and saying, well, we played against good Michigan State, Indiana, because you got obviously Purdue tomorrow night. Then Friday, you head to, you're at Iowa. And then next Wednesday, you got Rutgers at Rutgers. And then you got Northwestern on the 20th. That, like you mentioned, just beat Michigan State by double digits.
And Northwestern was a team that made the tournament last year. They're 11-3 this year. They probably have one of the best guards in the Big Ten and Boo Buie. And so we got this text. It says, "I'm shocked in Nebraska basketball can't compete with the big boys." Sarcasm. Now, here's what I guess I meant by that is in this season, right? Nebraska and frankly, Fred Hoiberg is proving that, hey, we've made strides. We're better than the 16-16 team that we were last year. I think we all agree that this team is. However, the few tests that they've had against the quote unquote big boys, they haven't shown up as well as we'd like. This is just another opportunity to show that you've taken strides. It's not us saying, hey, you need to go out and win by 6 to 10 points. That's not us. It's not what we're saying. It's just show that you truly belong in that conversation for the top 6-8 teams in the Big Ten conference standings.
Well, there's another thing too, where you got to look at this weather, that you hope that this weather will, clear up a little bit or get the roads plowed for tomorrow night, so you can have a full house there, because the more electricity that arena brings, I think that brings more of a chance that Nebraska can, pull off some sort of upset tomorrow night. So you're hoping that, this storm will slow down, because if they only put like 6,000 or 7,000 in there tomorrow night because of the storm, that I don't think that would bode well for Nebraska.
Maybe it's a not create your own energy, because that's so cliche to say, but really, I mean, I go back to the Creighton game because that's going to be the most talented team that Nebraska has played since Creighton. And I think back to that one, and Nebraska, I remember Austin and I were walking around the floor pregame, and it was like, all right, there's just not a lot of energy, unfortunately, coming from this team. Like the crowd was full of life. The crowd was there, and they showed up. Now show tomorrow that, hey, you know what? We deserve to be this 12-3 basketball team, and we truly belong in this conversation for the NCAA tournament. You can do that and even not win tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Right. Yeah, they got to, like I said, they got
competitive,
short memory. Like I said, I'm sure they watched that film, a lot of that film on yesterday. And today, obviously, getting prepped for Purdue, because Purdue's not going to care what happened up in Madison, Wisconsin. The men's got to take care of business. We'll talk to women's too when we come back, because women took a beat down yesterday against Indiana. That was for sure, man. Indiana came in guns blazing, and I think similar game. Indiana was just on fire, man. Yeah. They were on fire yesterday when they played Nebraska.
And one final thing about the men's game too. I will say this. We all continued watching the game because we all thought somewhere in our head that there was an opportunity that Nebraska could make a run. So, I mean, that is true. That's right. A sign there.
Because they were shooting well enough. I think that was what was so impressive on Saturday, was like, in a lot of these games where Nebraska sometimes gets blown out, it's because they don't shoot well. Go back to that Creighton game. They were 2 of 22 from beyond the 3-point line. That wasn't the case on Saturday. They had the offense to kind of pair with it. They just needed a much better defense.
Yeah, they would get close. I mean, get to 12, 11, and they just could not get back in that single digits.
And they punch 3 down, and you're down 14 again.
Yep, absolutely. Folks, we're taking a break. The snow is coming down heavier down here at 11th and O Street, 1040 O Street to be exact. The big truck going by with the supplies. If you're outside today, be careful. If you must be, if not, man, stay home. Take a listen. There's plenty of radio to listen to. Folks, we'll be right back. It's The Drive, 90.7 a ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. It's a new year, and Fairway has deals this week like 93% lean ground beef for just $4.99 per pound, USDA choice beef rump roast for $3.99 per pound, buy 2 8-ounce bacon wrapped turkey broils for $7, or buy 10, get 5 free on all natural boneless pork ribeye chops. Your new year starts at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn. Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with 4 Lincoln locations, but now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
It's phishing season. Bad actors are trolling your business emails, luring you and your employees to take the bait and steal your private information. Make sure your cybersecurity keeps your business from being the catch of the day. At Hamilton, cybersecurity is our business. We are experts at keeping your network and business information secure and off the hook. Contact Hamilton for a vulnerability assessment today. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? or a retiree who fell ill and had to
choose between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Bank Strong, and the Ad Council.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G2076684.
Is your furnace or heat pump ready for winter? Call Bryant to schedule your home heating check. Comfortable, safe, efficient. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Start 2024 off on a high note by loading up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through January 9th is spend $40 and you'll get a free 14-ounce ribeye, limit of 3, and $1.50 off all KC Canning Company products. Plus, don't forget there are 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
I see the future in our public school classrooms every day. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I also see how critically important parent and community support is to our students' success. Support your public schools. Get involved. Form a business school partnership or become a school volunteer. Great schools and great communities work hand in hand.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. It is snowing. Good times. Great times on a Monday.
Yes, it is. If you're watching on the video live stream, you can see from the outside windows, man, it is definitely sticking. It is getting thicker out there for sure. Be careful.
Be careful. Drive safe.
Drive safely. No need to be in a hurry. This is one of those times, too, to where I know I'm talking driving 101, but just in case we forget, keep some distance between you and that car ahead of you.
There you go.
Keep some distance from between you and that car ahead of you.
What did they teach me in driver's ed? It was make sure you can see the cement underneath the car in front of his tire.
Really?
That's how they said to make sure you're not stopping too close.
Not too close.
Is if you can see the cement under the back of the rear tires of the car in front of
There you go.
you're in a good spot.
That's a good rule of thumb right there. Good rule of thumb. Something that we just found out. Nick, let us know, man.
Yes.
There were some very prominent folks that were, as we're heading to this history part. Let's do that. We got a new history segment for you right now.
Yeah, let's just do
this. This is kind of
hey guys, Russell here. Yes, the typical boring. Yes, Russell, the robot Russell, the one you guys love to know. Real exciting. Yeah, I'm real exciting. But anyways, everybody has to have an alter ego, right? And I've been thinking about what my alter ego would be, and I
second string quarterback.
His name's Mr. Unlimited.
There you go.
We played that for the history segment because it looks like he might be history in Denver.
I think it's done.
Yeah.
It might be history in Denver.
And I mean, there was a couple guys saying their adioses yesterday.
Yep.
You had Justin Fields kind of saying, you know, if this is my last time with the Bears, I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. Although it's unclear what the Bears are going to do.
Derrick Henry took the mic and talked to the stadium.
That was really cool, man.
So there was a couple people that had to say their goodbyes.
Ron Rivera said his adios this morning.
Yeah. So which the Commanders have hired a couple of pretty prominent names for the front office. I'm blanking on the guy, Bob Myers. Bob Myers, thank you. Bob Myers, who it was kind of the mind behind some of the Golden State Warriors build-ups, and then Rick Spielman. So
a lot of change in the NFL. Well, obviously we got a whole segment on that.
Are you going to say history?
Archer Smith.
Are you going to say what happened?
Got fired from the Falcons.
No, we never announced that.
What's that?
College Football Hall of Fame?
No, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting to it. Okay, sorry. I was just getting all excited.
No. Oh, yeah. We'll definitely talk about
Frank
that.
Solich is going to be in the 2024 class of College Football Hall of Fame.
Well deserved.
Yes.
Well deserved. Big congrats to Coach Frank Solich. I always give Coach a lot of kudos, man. He gave my first real job as the ball boy for the Nebraska Big Red football schools during the summer. I'll never forget the amount of guys I seen and watched during that time, as because Lawton, Oklahoma used to bring up a lot of guys. In fact, we ended up getting one of them, a couple of them over the years, but one in particular that stands out the most is Will Shields.
Yeah,
he's decent.
Yeah, he was a decent guy. Will Shields was part of those football camps that come up, and at the time they had because Charles Thompson, they had that headband they wore called it said Hanta Yo. Remember that, Raff? Hanta Yo, and it means clear the way. And Lawton, Oklahoma, that was one of their big sayings. I actually had a T-shirt. They gave me one because they would bring up they'd bring up a lot of kids every year to the football camps. And they all had those T-shirts. And their coach sent me one of those T-shirts and a headband that said Hanta Yo.
Whoa.
That's cool.
Yeah, it said Hanta Yo. And I'll never forget Coach Osborne, those guys, when I had it on one time I was down there, he was like, that's a Oklahoma thing, isn't it, AD? It wasn't AD at the time. It was Aaron.
Yeah.
Or he'd call me Mr. Davis. He goes, that's an Oklahoma thing, isn't it, Davis? I'm like, yeah.
It's coming out. Don't worry.
But Coach Solich, me and Jeff Solich, his son, and also Coach Tony Davis, Touchdown Tony, his little boys, Josh, and all those guys were little kids at the time because they were younger than me and Jeff as well. Coach Samuel's nephew, Ronnie Samuel. We used to run around that stadium all the time, man. So big congrats to Coach Solich, man.
You got to think, too. You look at it, like I was saying during the break, he's the winningest coach in the MAC history with the most wins in MAC history.
Ohio's got their field named after him.
58-19 as Nebraska's head coach. But then, is he the greatest running backs coach in the history of college football?
Tell you what, he's got a heck of a resume for him.
I was thinking about that today. I was just like, he might be considered the greatest. I mean, he kind of, some of the stuff he taught, the drills and all that stuff. So I'd go out on a limb. I'd put arguably he's probably the greatest running backs coach in the history of college football.
Oh, I'll definitely say this. He was in the greatest shape.
Still is. What is the one drill where you go on and put the hand down? And
the hand down, and he can still do it.
Yeah. They asked him about it.
He can still do it. And I think Coach Solich is
70 or no,
he's
80.
late. He's either
80.
late 70s or 80.
I bet
on
he's
the
80.
nose. Yeah, he might be 80 years old, man.
Yeah, so the other guys that have been announced as going into the College Football Hall of Fame class of 2024, we have former Virginia Tech quarterback Michael Vick, former Oklahoma defensive lineman Dewey Selman, and as we just mentioned, former Nebraska and Ohio coach Frank Solich. On Sunday, in case you missed it, former Marshall wide receiver Randy Moss and Utah Ute quarterback Alex Smith were also announced as part of the class of 2024.
Absolutely.
It sounds like there's going to be 19. Yes. So the entire 2024 class, comprised of 19 players and 3 coaches, will be formally announced on Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Congrats to those.
Going back to that too, you said Dewey Selman, the Oklahoma football program, being blessed with that family, had Leroy.
Was he related to the Selman brothers?
Leroy Selman,
Yep.
Lucius Selman, and now Dewey Selman. I believe all 3 of them will be in the College Football Hall
Is
of Fame.
Dewey younger or older than those two, the brothers?
Dewey, I think it was gonna have somebody on the line. I'll have to help here. I think it was Leroy Lucius Dewey, but it might actually. So it's either Lucius or Leroy. Right. I can't remember which one's older.
But Dewey is the youngest.
Dewey is the youngest. Yep.
Yeah, that's a very strong lineage down in Oklahoma with the Selman brothers. That's
can you imagine the 70s there?
Oh my God.
Oh, we got Leroy. Oh, we got Lucius. Yeah. Oh, we got Dewey.
3. Imagine those family holidays where we're all 3 in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Playing football at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I do not want to be the all-time quarterback.
We playing touch.
Yeah, exactly. So
also in Husker history, in 2004, 41 days after firing of Frank Solich, who's now in the Hall of Fame, Athletic Director Steve Peterson introduces Bill Callahan as Nebraska's new head football coach. Also, former quarterback Nate Mason at that time passed away at only 43 years old, man. 43 years old in 2004. But, man, I tell you, I think that's ironic that here we are that, 20 plus years ago this time, Coach Solich was looking for a job.
Yeah.
And now he's being inducted to the Hall of Fame.
He turns 80 in September.
80 in September.
There you go.
And looks like he's about 65.
Yep.
Well, folks, that was history. We got a lot of NFL action to talk about when we come back. Culligan Jay, good morning to you, man. He says, congrats to AD on his Pittsburgh Steelers making the playoffs. Love Mike Tomlin. I've always been a Steelers fan, and congrats to all of us. The Broncos remaining irrelevant. They continue to be a punchline.
Well, if I recall right, Culligan Jay is a big Chiefs fan, so as of now, you guys are enemies for the week.
Well, he says, and congrats to all of us on the Broncos remaining irrelevant. Maybe I don't know if he means us being a Broncos
he's
fan.
Talking to me.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Phil the Bird, what's up, brother? He says, somebody let Coach Bush know that it isn't snowing yet. We're sticking to the ground here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Laugh out loud.
There's a guy scooping in front right now.
Not sure what that guy's. He's just scooping imaginary stuff, right?
You think he's a Raff's roadie?
Oh, boy. Folks, we're going to take a quick roadie for this break.
Yeah.
There he is. He's listening.
That'd be incredible.
He is
He's listening.
He is at Raff's roadie. Are you a Raff's roadie?
How about that?
Raff's roadie, baby.
He's
yes.
out there. There he is.
Yes, this is awesome.
Oh, man. Appreciate you, brother. We'll be right back. Look at Rico just shaking his head.
we're interrupting his work. He's working a lot harder than we are right now.
Folks, we'll be right
back.
Use
your legs.
It's
Use
the drive.
Your legs.
93.7 a ticket. See some Raff's roadie. Go.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Start 2024 off on a high note by loading up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through January 9th is spend $40 and you'll get a free 14-ounce ribeye, limit of 3, and $1.50 off all KC Canning Company products. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Is your furnace or heat pump ready for winter? Call Bryant to schedule your home heating check. Comfortable, safe, efficient. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your wind and forecast for today: wintry mix and heavy snow. Traveling going to be very difficult. We'll see a high around 33. Tonight, snow, wind, and blowing snow expected. We'll see a low around 18. And tomorrow, more snow, wind, and blowing snow continuing throughout the day. We'll see a high around 24. Meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I see the future in our public school classrooms every day. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I also see how critically important parent and community support is to our students' success. Support your public schools. Get involved. Form a business school partnership or become a school volunteer. Great schools and great communities work hand in hand.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Why are New Year's resolutions always about getting to the gym more or dieting? We fail ourselves before the first month of the year is already over. Why not resolve to eat better, tastier foods in 2024? Look no further than Fuhrer's Cheese Spread. Stop eating your apples, vegetables, crackers, and chips plain. Give them some flavor. Fuhrer's Cheese Spread awakens your taste buds. Now that's how you start a new year. Find your container of Fuhrer's Cheese Spread today at your local grocery store.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840. Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
AD, we're back.
Nick, why?
There he is.
Oh, there's a Raff's roadie right there. Man, they are all over the place today.
I'm not.
I'm not gonna comment.
Yeah, that's
Nebraska
that's
Raff's
different.
roadie land.
That's different.
But we had NFL football this weekend. We got the playoffs coming up. I was just telling AD over the break. I was like, I am so glad that the Steelers get to play on Sunday because the Chiefs are on Peacock. I'm sorry.
Speaking of,
I don't get
that, Nebraska basketball tomorrow night is on Peacock.
Oh, so
that's important to mention as well. Nebraska basketball tomorrow night is on Peacock.
Oh,
I did not realize that.
Yep.
Oh,
So Husker fans,
get your subscription.
Get according. Get everything. Buttoned down.
You know what, Nick? The last time you were talking about Peacock and explaining it, I know exactly where I was at. I was in the airport in Baltimore.
This is strange.
Yeah, I was in the Baltimore airport, and I just finished speaking in Baltimore, and you were talking about the Peacock because Nebraska football was playing. We had a game.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin. Game was on Peacock.
Yeah. So no, just get that subscription, find a spot that's going to be playing it, or just head to the game because it's Nebraska versus number 1 Purdue on Peacock tomorrow.
Hey, quick sidebar: if anybody's on I-80, let me know how the roads are. Text us in between Omaha and Lincoln. Or even just from Lincoln West.
It's starting to get slushy out here.
Let me know what the interstates are looking
they're
like.
They're kind of zooming. They're going faster than 25 miles per hour.
Probably not. Probably shouldn't be, but yeah, absolutely. The OJCJ guys. Do you think Peterson looks back and thinks, "Wow, I'm an idiot for firing him"?
No.
Who knows?
He doesn't.
Who knows?
Not at all.
Yeah, it makes you think what could have been, but you know what? Sometimes what's meant to be is meant to be. And Frank and Coach Solich ended up having a great career there at Ohio.
Conservative Husker says on the stream, still no snow in Bellevue.
Good.
So
That's
there
good
you
to
go.
hear. There's no snow in Kearney either.
Whoa.
That
little bit of
surprised me.
little pocket of just sunshine.
So maybe it's that Joker just slipping
Maybe.
from the north, south to the east and kind of skipping.
Because I figured Kearney would have already got blasted. I'd be like,
You would have thought.
So that's wild.
Well, guys, NFL playoffs, right? Let's just go down the list. First of all, the Steelers. We'll start there, AD, because I know you have thoughts on those.
Yeah, I will. You know what? In fact, what I'll do, Nick, I'm going to start up top with it. I'm going to start with I'm start with the NFC. Eagles and Bucks play.
There you go. Eagles losers of a few in a row.
You guys, what do you think the Eagles? Now, granted,
Eagles are in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Jalen Hurts' finger yesterday?
Jalen Hurts' finger. AJ Brown got hurt yesterday.
They're in
their
trouble.
defense is suspect.
Yeah.
And the thing in particular about their defense, they're secondary.
Yeah.
And Palmer, Gooden, and Evans, and with a scrambling quarterback,
yeah,
you could be there. There could be some issues.
The only thing with Tampa Bay that will hurt them a little bit is Baker Mayfield's really banged up right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be the only thing. But the Eagles, if they're going to do something in these playoffs, they've got to put something together because they remind me right now. The Eagles remind me of Buffalo from last year.
Have all the tools.
There was so much talk, and then they got the playoffs, and it just was flatline. And that's kind of what it looks like to me right now. Is that they could be the Bills of last year.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, man. Who are you guys pulling for in that one?
I like underdogs when they don't feature the teams I cheer for. So we're gonna go with the Bucks.
It's gonna be like Trey Palmer wake up pissed off.
Yeah, which is a really strange bit now, like nowadays, because if you're gonna wake up pissed off every Sunday, then we're good.
Yeah. How about you, Raff?
Gosh, it really doesn't bother me one way or the other. So
yeah.
I'll watch just I just like the game, the fun games. Like last night, the Bills-Chiefs game, sorry, Chiefs on my mind or whatever.
Bills-Dolphins.
That game was fun to watch. Like the first quarter, I was like, it was so crazy at the end of the first quarter, it was 0-0, but I was like, oh my gosh, this game is so much fun to watch. So I hope it's one of those type of games, maybe like a scoring fest, get Baker slinging the ball around the field. Jalen, hopefully he starts to play better.
Yeah.
So
I'm indecisive. I'm not indecisive. I don't matter. I'm partial. Yeah. It doesn't matter to me. I'm impartial, actually, and indecisive because I don't know who's going to win.
You're right.
You got the Rams versus your Lions, Nick.
Yeah, I know. The Detroit Lions, they if the Cowboys would have lost yesterday to the Commanders, the Lions would have been the number 2 seed in the NFC. However, also if the Lions would have beaten the Cowboys 2 weeks ago, they would have been the number 2 seed in the NFC. But nonetheless, the Rams. Matthew Stafford is making his return.
Home.
Puka Nacua broke the rookie record as well for the Rams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a couple storylines to watch there. The Lions didn't sit anybody yesterday, and it was strange.
You know what?
Hutchinson played, Amon-Ra played, Goff played, Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs both played. It was business as usual yesterday for the Lions. It was really
what
strange.
really surprised me too? Just speaking of the two teams, just because he's played for both of them, I thought Ndamukong Suh would have signed with somebody by now.
Well, and that's what I was just going to say is this will be the week where we see Sue probably sign a deal just for the remainder of the season for the playoffs, because normally that's what he does. And it's not a bad thing. You're at this stage where you can still make an impact and you don't need to play the whole season.
Play for rings.
Real quick, I'll get to those in a second. So we got the Packers and the Cowboys.
Yeah. How about this, guys? I saw a statistic yesterday that Christian Watson, their really talented wide receiver, second-year guy out of North Dakota State, has missed 11 of the possible 35 games that he's been a Packer. And that's been a big part, right? Green Bay doesn't have a whole lot of they're leaning on Romeo Doubs to be a wide receiver, and they're leaning on obviously like Samori Toure and without Christian Watson. They obviously don't have an Aaron Rodgers-esque quarterback there, but Jordan Love's played really well as of late.
Before the season started, Raff, I know you remember this.
Yep.
What did I say about Jordan Love? I said I would not be surprised if he has a decent season.
And it's
been great, obviously.
He's had points where he's played really well.
Yeah.
Some down points. But I think right now, going to Dallas and playing at Dallas is kind of a buzzsaw.
It's kind of a buzzsaw, but I'll say this. It's the playoffs. You just never know. It's not likely that they do. Like I said, the fairy tale probably ends in Dallas next week. But I'm going to tell you, I was telling Jack Russell this.
He's played good enough to be the starting quarterback.
Because they had some rocky periods early in the year.
Yeah.
They had some rocky games early in the year. Yep. But I was telling Jack before the season started, because we're just having a conversation down at the lounge. He's like, man, he's been on. I said, you know what? That young man has been a winner. That's why they drafted him. I said, he's under the tutelage of Aaron Rodgers for a couple of years.
Yep.
And I was glad to see Jordan Love at least get him to the playoffs this year, because it didn't start off very well.
Do we remember the college that Jordan Love went to?
Yes.
Or maybe West Coast.
It was West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast.
Yeah. Not Coast, but West Coast, Nebraska.
Oh,
yeah, I do.
Gosh.
I do.
Name it.
The Utah State.
Yep.
What's Utah State?
Utah.
Well, it's Utah State. What's
Utah State.
Aggies.
Aggies. Thank you. Nice job, Raff.
Yep. Thank you.
There you go.
I was going to say did you know that the Cowboys were the only team in the NFL to have an undefeated home record?
I didn't know that until I heard it yesterday when they mentioned it on our broadcast. I did not realize that.
Usually there's always like 2 or 3 teams.
Yes,
that's
crazy.
I did not realize. That's a good point, Raff, because when he said that, I'm like,
I was like, and that's what the thing was. 49ers lost one, dude.
Wow, they did not lose at home all year.
That surprised me.
Crazy. They
surprised me as well. Well, the AFC. What'd you say?
Nick?
That's crazy. They haven't lost at
home.
home.
Oh, Nick is still upset about that Lions game.
Seemed like they had 16 guys when we only had 11 on that play.
It is wild.
Me, the refs.
Yeah, Brad Allen was a Cowboy.
Browns and Texans battle it out. I was good to see the Texas coach D'Amico Ryans, man, get that win. Because Texas were just an obscurity, man, for a long time, for the past 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
So to see them get that win, what do you guys think against them, the Browns, man?
Well, the Browns, I keep counting out the Browns
like a dead roach
throughout the entire season.
Yep.
They lose Nick Chubb. We were all watching that game that Chubb went down
Steelers.
together. Jerome Ford steps up, and then they lose their quarterbacks, and they start so many quarterbacks over the span of the season. And somehow, some way, Joe Flacco comes out from the ashes and comes back to the Browns and throws 3 touchdowns a game. Like Amari Cooper is truly a wide receiver 1. They're starting to use him as a wide receiver 1. And their defense is one of the best in the league.
Yeah, Myles Garrett,
beast, Denzel Ward. I mean, you guys, you got dudes on that.
They got some dudes
on that defense.
I think this game comes down to which quarterback continues to play the kind of the loose, free-spirited way that they have been. Like Joe Flacco's came back, he's throwing the ball over the yard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worked for him. You look at CJ Stroud. I mean, that this kid is going to be an unreal quarterback in the NFL. Like his arm talent and some of the throws he makes, and just not being like, usually if you're a rookie quarterback, the throws he makes, you're not even attempting them.
Right.
And it's fun to watch him play. I think this might have the potential to be one of the best games of the weekend.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I do too. It's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be a good one. And of course, next, Dolphins Chiefs. Dolphins go to Arrowhead, and it's going to be, I would take whether like we got outside right now.
Yeah.
Instead of what they're going to see next Saturday. I mean, next Saturday, if the weather holds up.
Frozen tundra.
10 degrees, 8 to 10 degrees, what it'll be.
I told Jake this morning, I think if I'm a Dolphins fan, I think you wanted to play at home, and people call me crazy for this, but I'd rather play the Chiefs than play the Bills again.
Oh, yeah.
I would 100% agree.
Yeah, I would too. I wouldn't want to play them back to back like that. No.
So
no way.
Because the Bills would have been coming off a close loss. You come back, you have another shot at them. At least now the Dolphins, and also too, like I also told Jake this, I was rooting for the Bills hard last night because I want to see Tyreek Hill go back to Arrowhead. It should have happened earlier this year, but they played over in Germany or whatever. Yeah. But now he gets to go back to Arrowhead. And I mean, look at the storylines for these games. You got Matt Stafford going home. You got Tyreek Hill going home. I mean, this is going to be a really fun weekend of NFL football.
It is.
Just for the storylines.
Wild cards.
Steelers take on the Bills. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you, man. We are in a – listen, I'm glad we got to the playoffs. And I'm going to say this.
Happy to be here.
But I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, though. Anything is possible. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Is it likely that we beat the Bills that are playing really hot right now? I mean, Mika Fitzpatrick, hopefully he's back. Kazi, hopefully he's back.
I guess regular season is over.
Watts. I mean,
didn't TJ get hurt?
Yeah, he's hurt. Yeah. It's not likely he's going to play, man. That hurts.
See, that's like me.
That's going to hurt us, man.
I think the Bills will probably win, but if TJ Watt was healthy and if they got in a nice cold game in Buffalo,
I like our chances better.
It'd be advantageous to the Steelers.
Yeah.
And the Steelers now, I will give them this, is they've got some rhyme or reason, running the ball on offense now, and they've got more than what they had earlier in the year.
How about this, guys? I mean, let's be honest. The Buffalo Bills, for not having a true running back one, RB1 for the last few years, I think they found it in the second round pick in James Cook, right? The younger brother of Dalvin, obviously.
And then you got playoff Lenny.
Exactly. And you were able to activate Leonard Fournette off the practice roster. He's been on there for the last 5 or 6 weeks. I think it's crazy because you look at one of the bugaboos of the Bills over the last couple of years. Now, while this season, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs are kind of on they're not on the same wavelength consistently. Yeah. It's strange because in recent years, it was fumbling issues with the Bills. It was Devin Singletary and or Zach Moss couldn't get into the end zone. Yep. Here you have it where you had, James Cook having one of his best seasons, one of the better seasons for a Buffalo Bills running back. And now your connection that you never thought was going to ever be an issue is now the issue with the Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen miscommunication.
And you're going to have to really look at that Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen connection, because I'm not sure that Gabe Davis injury last night, it kind of looked like that might be something that keeps them out for a few weeks. So they're really going to have to, find that connection again, and then you're also these defenses. Gabe Davis has those games. Like he'll go dormant, but then all of a sudden he'll have a game where he'll have like 2 touchdown catches.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yep. So the defense always has to keep an eye on him. So taking him out of that lineup, it'll be interesting to see how they go about that.
It will be. I'm concerned, but I'm glad we got there. What Pete Ferguson say?
Pete called me Nicholas.
Nicholas was welcome Detroit back in a few years. We welcome Detroit back in a few weeks. I'm sure you do, Pete. I'm
sure you do. I saw your little comment about my tan earlier, Pete.
Tim Ernst says, AD, I hope your travel will be on, but they just announced all flights to Mexico are canceled the rest of the week. Glad nobody had plans to go there.
Tim, that's not very nice.
The ocean froze.
Gator with a quick question. And Gator,
that's crazy. The low of 86 degrees on the Weather Channel app says differently.
Insane. Yeah. Gator, we'll get to that question when
Enjoy
we come
the
back.
single digits.
That one.
All right, folks. We'll be back. We're talking national championship because there is a game tonight.
Yeah.
Starts at 6:30 p.m. at least with the coverage. We'll see what actual kickoff time, what goes on. But
7:05.
We'll discuss Michigan and Wisconsin coming on shortly. We'll be right back. It's The Drive.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. it's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs. At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. It's a new year, and Fairway has deals this week like 93% lean ground beef for just $4.99 per pound, USDA choice beef rump roast for $3.99 per pound, buy 2 8-ounce bacon-wrapped turkey broils for $7, or buy 10, get 5 free on all-natural boneless pork ribeye chops. Your new year starts at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Copple. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Copple. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at copplecars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G207684.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Bagels and Joe is celebrating 31 years of business this year. With 4 Lincoln locations and 1 in Seward, there's more options for your favorite breakfast spot in town. And don't forget the Joe card for unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per person per month. Bagels and Joe, celebrating 31 years of serving Lincoln and the surrounding areas.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC. And we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Coppell. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Coppell. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at coppellcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G2076684.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
I see the future in our public school classrooms every day. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I also see how critically important parent and community support is to our students' success. Support your public schools. Get involved. Form a business school partnership or become a school volunteer. Great schools and great communities work hand in hand.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back again, everybody. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is proudly sponsored by Foyle's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Foyle's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together. Whether it's a family dinner, a date night, or a catch-up with old friends, Foyle's is the perfect place to make special memories. All you have to do is visit FlorialsNE.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. Gotcha. Big weekend this weekend in Nebraska football realm.
I don't think your paper's making it through the snowstorm, Raff.
It'll be tough. It'll be all right, though.
Better tuck that joker like in your
that
chest.
Thing is flimsy.
Yeah,
flimsy.
If a single spot on there gets a snowflake.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be
Just
okay.
Open that up real fast.
He's got to open it like one cut at
It's
a
like
time.
a choose-your-own adventure thing.
He can't go too
an origami.
fast.
Yeah.
Here's just a suggestion. Why not just type it out and print it again?
Ooh, I never thought about that. I have it on my phone.
Yeah, just print it out, dude. We got plenty of printers
I
available.
was telling
It won't
Rico,
cost too much.
I was telling Rico, this is like the one thing that I have from the very beginning because I lost my folder. So this is like this keeps me grounded.
A shredded piece of paper.
Yeah,
You're a big sentimental guy.
Yeah, I don't throw things away. I keep them.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
if it works for you, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Brad from Baldwin says plows are down. We are rocking and
Rocking
rolling.
and
How about
rolling,
that?
Man, Brad,
Thanks
be
to
safe.
Brad. Yeah.
Here we go.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
And to all the, guys and gals on the plows, trucks, first responders, et cetera, because I'm sure today is going to be very busy. Tow truck drivers, et cetera. Everybody be careful out there.
Be safe.
Be
Go
safe.
slow.
Big Husker weekend as far as recruiting. We landed some, y'all. We landed a few. But first, though, there's been whispers of a talk regarding a particular coach.
Yeah.
Raff, expound, please.
Dana Holgerson. He
go.
was in town this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a good chance. I would assume that he ends up being something on the Nebraska staff.
And some background to the folks who don't know who Dana Holgerson is.
He was head coach at Houston. He head coach at West Virginia. He's coached under the likes of Hal Mummy and Mike Leach. He's coached some
Learned the air raid under the late Mike Leach.
Coached some pretty decent quarterbacks in his time. So I think it'd be an exciting pickup in some role, some fashion at Nebraska.
Well, I know
I'll be personal. For me personally, I was like, be a heck of a good quarterbacks coach. That's me. And I can't say what
what they're thinking down at the university. But I know myself personally, I was like, yeah, that'd be a nice little pickup for Dylan Raiola if you're looking for a quarterbacks coach.
Yeah, I think here's my reaction to the news, to the thought of it. Also, is Nebraska's going after a decent sized fish here.
Yeah,
like this is a guy that had success at West Virginia, ended up leaving West Virginia to go coach in Houston because he was familiar with the land.
Yep.
And it didn't necessarily work out all that well at Houston, but a guy, as you mentioned, has coached some of the best offenses in recent years. And so I think when you look at Nebraska, one positive I took away from it was that they're going after a name.
Yep.
Right. And now, granted, names aren't everything, but Nebraska's for so long gone after somebody that's not very well known. Right. They've passed up opportunities with some higher profile guys. Well, here's the time where they finally are going to make some smoke happen if it happens.
And it adds to the room. Like we always talk about, you never really want to be the smartest guy in the room. You always want people there. And it adds to the room. He brings knowledge. And that's like, I heard the name. The first thing I thought was like, oh, please, if that's true, and there's an opportunity where Nebraska can get him to coach or be an analyst or whatever, I don't know, you don't know what the coaching and all that is, but some position at Nebraska becomes better having him here.
Absolutely. I agree. Well, that would be a good pickup if we got one, because Lord knows in my opinion, we need a quarterbacks coach, someone that's dedicated. That's their position. They're coaching quarterbacks, not doing dual roles. But like I said, that'll be interesting to see what comes up with that. Also, as far as signings, obviously that was broken on a few days ago. Texas transfer portal wide receiver Isaiah Neyor commits to Nebraska. Nick, how big is that? Raff, how big is that to get a seasoned guy?
It's important, right? Just for the leadership off the field of it. I think that's the biggest part here. Probably not going to be the production that Samori Toure was. Probably not the production nearly what a Trey Palmer could be, but an experienced guy that had a really good career at Wyoming, then went to Texas, had only one catch this year, and was buried on the depth chart. So I think when you look at what he could bring to Nebraska, obviously the veteran experience helps. The Dante Dowdell kid from the running back from Oregon, that's a really, really big pickup. That's
6'2", 215.
I would add that's probably one of the bigger pickups on this roster. And it's simply because now you have a true RB1. Like, not that Emmett Johnson couldn't be that. Once again, though, you're providing depth. The staff lost a big one, not retaining AJ Allen last year. And we saw at times it hurt the running game.
And then injuries the same week, you lose your top two guys.
Exactly. And so they're still trying to replenish that. Maybe they have, we don't know the capacity Ramir Johnson's going to be available in and such. So still waiting on the decision of Jamal Banks. I think Nebraska's in a pretty good spot with him as well. And I think that would be the bigger of the two to even get compared to Isaiah Neyor.
I like Dot Wills. Like I said, I like his measurables. 3 years of eligibility. Again, it brings a lot of depth to that running back room, which we know that you can lose running backs fairly quickly in the Big Ten, any division as far as that goes. So that was a great pickup there. And it's still waiting on that linebacker out of Syracuse, though. Stephen, what was the young man's name? The linebacker that was visiting here.
Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson. So still seeing was it Jackson? No, that's not Steven Jackson. That's Steven Jackson, the running back.
I mean, if he was coming, he has a year of eligibility left. Steven, come on down.
I would take him too. Believe me, I would take him. I'm trying to forget the linebacker that's out of there.
Stephon Thompson.
Stephon Thompson. So no word on him yet as well. Also, 3 of our recruits, Carter Nelson had a heck of a grab in the All-American game on Saturday.
Bricks
played in that game, as well as Gibson Pyle.
Yeah, there we go. Gibson
Pyle.
The
played
pile
as well.
driver.
Pile driver. I like that.
The pile driver.
I like that.
That's when he came on the show with me and Rico. He's like, yeah, people are calling me the pile driver. So I guess that's going to be my nickname.
I like that.
So.
I like
you guys did a great interview with him a few weeks back too, man. I enjoyed that. So yeah, things are good in Husker football as far as good, meaning like it's been a good offseason. Coach Rule and company have been very busy on the portal as well as recruiting, and they know what they want.
Yep.
That's been the big thing.
They have a plan.
They have a plan. So we'll see how it comes to fruition. Obviously a big spring. Still some things tightened up on the portal. We'll see what happens with that.
Gentlemen, when we come back, we're taking our final time out a little earlier. We're going to come back, make our picks for the national title tonight, and why we think the Wolverines or the Huskies are going to win.
Big shout out before we go to break to Big Nash. Hutchmarker, the polar bear, pinned a guy from Wyoming this past weekend, and I think it was 3 teams: Nebraska, Northern Iowa, in Wyoming that run
Wyoming,
that. And so big, and it was cool on social media, on Twitter, to see the coaching staff that was there supporting him too, man. So big shout out to Coach Manning and to the Polar Bear as well. Folks, we'll be right back. Man, it is a winter wonderland here in town. If you are on the live stream, if you're not, check it out. It's accumulating a little bit. Actually, it's accumulated a lot.
It's slush,
not
slushy
going to
on the
stick.
roads.
It's not going to stick.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
We're still 0 inches.
So rumors of Bill and Ken Shimmick being related are probably false.
Yeah.
Or maybe right.
Maybe right. We'll see.
He's been wrong a few times.
We'll be right back, folks. It's The Drive.
I love Ken Shimmick. He's made some mistakes.
Out of man on the radio.
Bagels & Joe is celebrating 31 years of business this year. With 4 Lincoln locations and 1 in Seward, there's more options for your favorite breakfast spot in town. And don't forget the Joe card for unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per person per month. Bagels & Joe, celebrating 31 years of serving Lincoln and the surrounding areas.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Coppell. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Coppell. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at coppellcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G207. 684.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Rick Heyman from Sartor Heyman Jewelers, inviting you to our new outlet jewelry store at 12th and O in downtown Lincoln. Amazingly, we still have fabulous items we bought 1 year ago and beyond. Well, you know what an outlet store is. Unbeatable prices throughout the store. Closeouts up to 70% off. Don't delay. When it's gone, it's gone. You won't see everything on our website, so you gotta come in. The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Opening November 25th in Lincoln at 12th and O.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
A Lincoln forecast for today, wintry mix and heavy snow. Traveling going to be very difficult. We'll see high around 33. Tonight, snow, wind, and blowing snow expected. We'll see a low around 18. And tomorrow, more snow, wind, blowing snow continuing throughout the day. We'll see a high around 24. Meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Discover a healthier, happier you with Weight Loss Professional Nutrition. We are not about quick fixes, but real, sustainable change. With our advanced nutrition plans, expertly designed by our certified nutritionists, we're with you at every step on your weight loss journey. Step into the world of well-being with Weight Loss Professional Nutrition, where we believe in the power of smart diet choices. Visit weightlossprofessionalnutrition.com today or call 800-597-3991 to get 30% off your first month and start your transformation. A new you is just a click away or a call to 800-597-3991.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket, proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Sandhills.jobs. Boom. Got it.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Well, gentlemen, kickoff tonight, national title game. Washington and Heisman Trophy winner, or excuse me, Heisman Trophy runner-up. Michael Penix going up against the Michigan Wolverines. First off, is it Jim Harbaugh's final game?
You know, it's funny you brought that up. Me and Raff, I was asking Raff that question that, that Harbaugh has not signed that extension, 10-year, $125 million yet. So I don't know, man. I think I don't know. Maybe if they win tonight, does he ride off in the sunset and say, I'm going to this next chapter? If they lose, does he ride off anyway? I don't know. I can't call it.
I think it'd probably be his last game.
Okay.
At Michigan.
I think so too. I think so too. Now, who wins and why?
Raff, start off.
I am going to select Washington. And the reason why they're going to win is Michael Penix is going to have a humongous game, and he will be talked about as the first pick in the draft.
Oh, okay. Okay, AD.
Michigan's favored by 5.5. And the reason I want Washington to win, I just don't know if Washington's deep enough to deal with the nastiness of Michigan. Now, granted, they beat Texas. They beat Texas. Texas is no Michigan, though, as far as that goes, as far as discipline, et cetera. Texas defense was very undisciplined. Their secondary in particular, and they have been all year as far as that goes. Athleticism kind of allowed them to get away with it with lesser teams. But with Michigan as a type to where, they're just relentless on both sides of the ball. They showed that the result they had against Alabama. Other teams of Ohio State.
Constant pounding.
That's what worries
That's
me
what
the most for
concerns
Washington.
me.
Will Washington be able to withstand Michigan's running game?
I just don't know if they're deep enough to withstand Michigan's, run game and just their defense. Michigan's defense is very stingy. Yep. It's very stingy. They make you pay for mistakes. They're a very disciplined, a wise veteran team. I want Washington to win, but I think Michigan edges them by that point. So I think that point spread is fairly accurate. But I would love Penix to throw for 500 and absolutely destroy Michigan because Michigan's been under so much adversity.
Well, exactly.
Adversity, whatever.
Michigan versus everybody, right? I think I'm going to lean Washington. They surprised me a lot in the semifinal. I thought Texas was going to win that game. In all honesty, I thought Texas had a more dynamic offense at times, also through in parts of the year. I also thought that in the trenches, Texas was in a much more favorable spot than Washington.
Right.
Texas had a really, really good defensive line all season long, and then they also had a really good offensive line as well. That's what makes me feel maybe a little bit better about tonight's game, is because Washington held up really well in the trenches where it mattered against Texas.
Correct.
So I think I'm going to give the lean to Washington. I wouldn't be surprised if either team won. I think Rome Odunze has himself a pretty nice game tonight, number one for Washington. It's fascinating, Raff, that you brought up Penix and his draft stock, because it's going to be interesting to see over the next couple of weeks and months, because he'll go through his pro day. He'll go maybe do the combine. He'll throw whatever it is. And it'll be real interesting to see how these two games affect his draft stock, because he was a middle round guy. And now if he's able to win tonight and have a similar performance, I mean, you're talking about, okay, where's he at compared to Drake May? Where's he at compared to even Caleb Williams? Maybe he doesn't beat them out, but it makes teams think, which helps out Michael Penix in the long run. It's going to be something to watch. It'll be, I'm excited. Like, this feels like a really evenly matched game. And that's how it felt with the whole playoff, with all four teams. And correct me if I'm wrong, no matter the combination, it felt like a pretty competitive, national title game, where in years past, it was Ohio State against Oregon. You kind of felt like, okay, even though Ohio State that year was the 4th seed, they were the better team. You felt like in maybe years past, like when Notre Dame was in it and when Cincinnati was in it, they just were outmatched. Well, you don't have that this year. I thought they did a really good job this year with the potential match.
And just think of your Kalen DeBoer, though. I mean,
oh my gosh,
20 years ago, you're coaching at Sioux Falls College, and now here tonight, you're walking out in NRG Stadium for a national title. That's wild. What a ride.
Pretty impressive.
All right, Raff, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take right now. All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to the Nebraska wrestling team, Mark Manning, just everybody. I heard that the place was rocking there with the polar bear wrestling in his first match there at Nebraska. But what I will say about this is, you've got Friday night coming up. You've got number 2 Iowa coming in to the Bob Devaney Sports Center. If you've never been to a Nebraska wrestling match before, if you're looking for something to do Friday night, I think you need to head down to Bob Devaney and support Nebraska wrestling, and maybe you'll just see the polar bear.
There you go.
Love it. Love it. Real quick from the text line, Big Slim, plowing, LNK Airport until it stops. Relying on you guys for entertainment. Big Slim, appreciate you, man. Be safe out there. Thanks for all you do. Texas Casanova. Yes, we were hiring people different at our Blue Blood program, high school coaches, golf coaches. That's been a change, a welcome change as well. I'm not sure if all the recruits, Ron, got out before the snow. I hope they did, as far as that goes. Notorious B.I.B., snowing so hard in Bennett. Snow has knocked out my dish. Man, hopefully that comes back up for you soon, brother. The AD Attitude Adjustment, folks, is brought to you, as always, by Integrated Life Choices, hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, evenings, and weekends. Help ensure meaningful life for people you support and help achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. AD Attitude Adjustments today, folks, is be there for people. Be there. 2 very close friends just lost their parents. One in particular just last night. Another one was just on Saturday. Be there for people. Pick up the phone. One I talked to just the other night and was pretty down. And you just never know what somebody's going through, man. You never know what someone's going through, what mindset they're in, etc. So if all possible, be there for those people in your circle, man. Be there for them. Be there for them. Folks, I'll tell you what else is here. The snow.
It's coming down.
It's coming down, folks. I'll be coming in from remote tomorrow because I am definitely going to Omaha this afternoon.
Don't blame you.
Yeah, folks, if you are traveling today, be careful out there. I am going to be careful making my way to Omaha this afternoon. I don't fly out till tomorrow morning, but I can't miss my flight, and I'm not taking chance on that road tomorrow morning.
I could be zooming in tomorrow, too, because I won't have AD's 4-wheel drive to tote me here.
I'll drive my Fusion for you.
All right.
Yeah, Fusion too.
Yeah, you should pick me
You're
up.
younger. You're more wilder on the road.
You should pick me up.
Okay, we'll see. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice to each other. Be safe, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
This is Rick Heyman from Sartor Heyman Jewelers, inviting you to our new outlet jewelry store at 12th and O in downtown Lincoln. Amazingly, we still have fabulous items we bought 1 year ago and beyond. Well, you know what an outlet store is. Unbeatable prices throughout the store. Closeouts up to 70% off. Don't delay. When it's gone, it's gone. You won't see everything on our website, so you gotta come in. The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Opening November 25th in Lincoln at 12th and O.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account,